All right, it's Mr. McGinley with Labs, learning activity-based system. This one is for area and perimeter practice. All right, so when you get on here, there is a game that I used to play when I was younger called Quicks, and it was like QWIX, I believe. And that's the inspiration for this activity that I made. So Quicks, in the original game, you were trying to build a little rectangles, and there was an enemy there that you were trying to basically pin in, and you had to get a certain amount of percent of this grid filled in. So I thought to myself, well, this is a kind of a fun activity to do. But what's really cool is that it's making all these rectangles. And I thought this is perfect for area and perimeter. So that's the idea. The inspiration here is that you can take this old school game and make it into one where you could actually practice area and perimeter. So for the area version, there's 3 levels. And basically you just need to create a rectangle, and then it asks you what the area is. It gives you the prompt for the multiplication problem, 4 times 6. You select the right answer, and then you can move on. They're still trying to do the same thing they were doing in the other actual game itself. Now, what I designed here is if it is larger than double digits, it'll just take a single digit one and make 2 areas that they have to figure out. So 9 by 6 first, and then 2 by 6. If you want to incorporate in your classroom, they have to write it down and add it up as a total. That's fine too. But the goal here is to practice creating some areas and then solving them. So for this one, 32. Okay, so that is the area mode. One times 5, or 6 times 5, actually, for that part. Okay, that's the area mode. Then they have to get 60% of this grid filled in order to move on to the next level. Okay, and there's a perimeter mode. Really the same gameplay here, except what they're trying to do is they're taking the numbers and they're making perimeter. Now, for this one, what I would do is if I was in the classroom with the kids, is I'd have them write it down, like 13 plus 13, and then plus 5 plus 5. Make them all put it on like a whiteboard or a piece of paper, figure out what the total is, and then move on from there. Okay, if I was going to do that. And also, you could tell the kids if they are worried about numbers being too large, don't make these areas and perimeters so big, right? Just do a smaller one and then a little bit easier. There is obviously a way to make a huge one if they don't get hit by that enemy, by the way. That's how the game actually works. Now, obviously, calculating these larger perimeters, they're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil to figure it out. It's just, or they can just guess, right? Which isn't going to be ideal for anybody. All right, but that's pretty cool. It's called Geo Quicks. It is just another way to get them to practice their area and perimeter. This isn't going to take the place of your lesson. This is just going to be like an exit ticket or something to supplement. If there's extra time during your lesson, the students then can practice it instead of just having to do a worksheet or some type of activity you're giving them. This is a little way. And it's a little bit more fun for the kids to kind of get engaged in what you're doing and for them to see if they actually know the area and perimeter, especially for some challenging problems. Now, there is a teacher button up here. And if you do that, you can unlock all the levels, so you can show them all the levels if you need it. All right. Hope everything's going well in your classroom. Good luck out there.